Good afternoon, SDO San Carlos City at magandang tanghali po, lalong-lalo na sa ating napakaganda at napakasipag na SDS, Ma'am Sheila Marie Primicias, sa ating matipunong ASDS, Sir Domingo L. Laud, sa ating CID Chief, Ma'am Edita R. Pridas, sa ating SGOD Chief na si Sir Marlon Icol at sa ating AO5, Sir Dennis Donald Doria. So ayan, magandang tanghali po. Live na live po tayo dito sa Balitang Hali ng CCN Broadcast Center. Narito na ang serbisyong maaasahan para sa pangkalahatan, pabilis, balanse at totoo. So ayan, ngayon po ay May 7, 2024 at makakasama po natin ang nagagandahan nating mga Administrative Assistant 3 ng Personal Unit na si Ma'am Margie Mendoza and Ma'am Emma Torres. So ayan, magandang tanghali po sa inyong dalawa, ma'am. Ayan, kumusta po kayo, Ma'am Marge?
Mabuti naman po.
Kinakabahan po ba kayo?
Konti po.
Konti ba? Si Ma'am Emma po, kumusta kayo, Ma'am Emma?
Okay naman. Kinakabahan din.
Relax lang kayo, ma'am. So ayan, ma'am, ano po ba yung pag-uusapan natin ngayong araw, ma'am?
So yung topic po namin for today is yung guide to filling out the personal data sheet or yung PDS na CSC form 212 po.
Oh, ayan. So, ayan po, tungkol po sa PDS, yung pag-fill out po, yung tamang pag-fill out ng ating PDS. So, ayan, nakapag-fill out na po ba lahat? So ngayon po, ituturo po sa atin ni Ma'am Marge at ni Ma'am Emma kung paano po yung tamang pag-fill out ng ating mga PDS. So ayan po, umpisahan na po natin, Ma'am Marge.
So brief introduction lang po kung ano po ang personal data sheet. So ito po yung CSC form 212. It's a document that contains the personal information, educational background, work experience, civil service eligibility, training programs attended, and other relevant data of a government employee or applicant. So it also serves as a record of the qualifications, skills, and competencies of a civil servant, as well as a basis for evaluating his or her performance and suitability for the job. So sa atin pong mga employees, yearly po tayong nag-a-update ng PDS. And may mga konting clarifications lang on accomplishing po. Kasi para ma-remind lang po ang lahat dun po sa proper entries na dapat ilagay po sa PDS. So first po na mag-introduce ng first part is si Ma'am Emma Torres po.
Hello po. Good afternoon. Under Memorandum Circular Number 11, Series of 2017, Personal Data Sheet, Series CS Form Number 212 Revised 2017, pursuant to CSC Resolution Number 1700656, promulgated on March 21, 2017. Warning lang po, there are two kinds of forms na nada-download sa ating internet. Yung isa is, ang nakalagay, misinterpretation. The other one is misrepresentation. But the correct form, dapat po is yung misrepresentation yung nakalagay dun sa warning, dun sa taas ng PDS, which is any misrepresentation made in the personal data sheet and the work experience sheet shall cause the filing of administrative or criminal cases against the person concerned. And then let's start with the filling out of each of in the fields in the personal data sheet when applicable. The PDS may be accomplished using the Microsoft Word format or Microsoft Excel format. In the Microsoft Excel format, all the tick boxes will automatically be marked at once click. The personal data sheet must bear the signature of the employee and date accomplishment at the bottom of every page. Entries in the personal data sheet may be filled out through handwriting or via typewriter or computer. If handwritten, entries should be in black capital. Dapat in capital po siya lahat, using a format of pen. All information should be provided accurately and do not leave blank entries. lagi nating ilalagay yung NA if not applicable. For purposes of application to a vacant position, the additional sheet for work experience should be accomplished. Yun yung naka-MS Word po. Lahat ng mga, pag mag-a-apply po tayo in any position, kailangan may naka-attach na attachment na work experience po. So for the first part, on the page 1 of the personal data sheet, which is the personal information, employee's name is to be filled out in the following format: surname, first name, name extension if any, and the middle name. The space is allotted for each character was being omitted na po kasi continuous naman na po yung sa PDS natin. So hindi na po siya applicable yung space allotted na nasa guidelines. And then the dates are in numeric format. It should always be month, day, and year. In numeric po. Kasi most of dun sa mga na-check namin, may mga nababago yung format, nauuna yung date, month, and year. So, kailangan maging careful lang tayo, dapat nauuna po yung month, day, year. Then specific should be given to others for the specific should be given to others response in the civil status field. And then, on the portion naman, dun sa agency employee number, it refers to employee ID number in the current agency na po. And for the holders of foreign or dual citizenship, please select from the drop-down list. Meron po doon na drop-down list pagka sa computer po yung ginamit natin. The list of foreign country where you were born or naturalized, or type or write the same in the space provided therein. May space po dito na ilalagay natin kung saang country po tayo naturalize. And then, for the height naman po, dapat in meter siya. Iko-convert natin siya into meters. For weight din naman po, in kilograms po siya. And the blood type, yung mga type, pag hindi po natin identified yung blood type natin, pwedeng i-leave it blank na lang po or unknown na lang yung ilagay natin. Then for the government employee, meron tayong GSIS ID number. Yun po yung BP number natin. And then, for pag-ibig ID number, then PhilHealth number, SSS number, if meron po kayong SSS, pakilagay na lang din po. And then yung tax identification number, yan po. Then the telephone number, if meron po tayo, paki-indicate na lang din po. Then the mobile number. Then the email address po, lalagay din po natin. For part 2 naman po, which is the family background, names of spouse, if married po tayo, ilagay natin yung name of spouse. And then, may portion dyan, the spouse surname, and then first name, and then middle name ng asawa po natin. Ilagay din natin po yung occupation, and then kung saan po sila nagwo-work, and then saan yung address, and then the telephone number. For the parents naman po, for father's surname, first name, and then the middle name po. For mother naman po, ang ilalagay po natin is yung name po nila nung dalaga po sila. Yung mother's maiden name po. And for the portion naman po, number 23, which is yung sa children po, ilalagay natin yung full name. First is yung first name, and then yung last name po. And then yung date of birth. Ulitin ko ulit, yung sa date, month, day, year pa rin po yung pag-i-input natin. Wini-word nila o gano'n. Yes po, Yes po.
keywords po. Month, in date, at
Then, on part 3, about educational background naman po. On the level of elementary, indicate din natin yung name of school. Write in full po tayo dapat. In full name ng schools po. Wag nating i-abbreviate po yon. And then, dun sa level naman, for elementary level, dapat po, elementary po yung ilalagay natin. Then, for secondary level naman po, i-indicate natin high school if gumaduate tayo sa high school under the old curriculum. Pero pag dun sa K-12 po, pag ang natapos natin is junior high school lang hanggang grade 10, junior high school yung i-indicate natin. If tapos naman natin yung sa senior high, yung hanggang grade 12, senior high school yung ilalagay natin dun sa ano natin, sa basic education na natapos natin. For vocational or trade courses naman, pagka nag-aral tayo sa yung may vocational tayo, mga 2 years, mga ganun po. Then for college, i-indicate natin kung ano yung course natin in full din po. Wag po nating i-abbreviate yung course kasi yung Bachelor of Secondary Education, Bachelor of Elementary Education, mga ganun. May mga iba kasi, ang pag-fill up nila, BS Education, ganun lang. Which is, nakalagay naman po, i-write in full natin yung courses.
Okay po.
Pag sa secondary naman po, dapat ilalagay din natin yung major. Kung ano yung major natin, specialization natin nung mga courses.
Okay po.
And then, pag may masteral naman po, dun natin ilalagay sa graduate studies. Lagay din natin kung ano yung course ng masteral natin o kaya yung sa doctoral natin. Then sa portion naman ng period of attendance, so from and to, year na lang po yung ilalagay doon. Hindi na siya yung date po.
Year
na
po.
lang
Year
po.
lang. Okay po.
Then sa highest level or unit earns, pagka dun sa part na elementary, secondary, and college, pag-graduate naman na po natin kasi nilalagay na natin yung year graduated dun sa portion na yon. So, ang ilalagay na natin dun sa highest level, ENA na lang natin. Ang ilalagay lang natin dun sa highest level pag dun sa masteral natin na kung ilang units yung na-earn na natin dun. Pag hindi pa-graduate yung masteral. Pag-graduate naman na po, ilalagay na sa year graduated. Then sa portion naman po ng scholarship or academic honors, lahat po ng mga na-receive natin, na-achieve natin, ilagay din. Part 4 naman po, yung sa civil service eligibility natin. I-indicate natin all civil service eligibilities earned when corresponding rating, date, and place of examination or conferment. Example ng mga eligibility are career service subprofessional, career service professional, career service executive, stenographer, PD 997 or Scientific and Technological Specialist, and then Veterans Preference Rating, yung sa PD 907 which is yung mga honor graduate, mga cum laude, magna, and then summa. Then RA 7883 which Barangay Health Worker, and then Barangay Official. If earned eligibility entails a license, yung RA 91080, yung mga bar and board examination, indicate natin yung license number and then kung kailan yung date of validity nung license po.
Held both in the public and private employment starting from current work. And then inclusive dates are indicated in numeric format. So same pa din doon sa birthday. Ang format pa din po in numeric format. Nauna po ang month, date, at saka year. And then indicate full position titles and complete name of department, agency, office, company. At strictly po, do not abbreviate po. Write in full po palagi. And then indicate monthly salary in figures. And then salary grade and salary step pag sa government employee naman po. Pag hindi po government employee, kahit NA na lang po ang ilalagay. And indicate status of employment, permanent, temporary, casual, contractual. And then indicate yes under government service if position held is in public or government employee, or no if held in the private employment. So kung medyo matagal na po yung work experience natin, pwede po tayong mag-add ng additional sheet po. In case din po pag mag-apply din po tayo ng vacant position. So, lagi po namin nire-remind yung mga ating personnel regarding sa accomplishing po dun sa work experience. Ang naka-indicate po kasi dun is start from your recent work po palagi. And then, every year po kasi nag-iba po yung salary natin. So, kailangan i-update din po nila based din po doon sa service record po na nakukuha po nila dito sa office po namin sa personnel. And then, next part po is voluntary work or involvement in civic or non-government people voluntary organizations. So, indicate the full name and address of the organization where involved as voluntary worker. So, inclusive dates start from and end should be in numeric format. Ulit po. Then, indicate the number of hours of voluntary work rendered. Indicate the position, nature of voluntary work rendered. So, next part is learning and development interventions. Ito po yung mga training and seminars attended po natin. So, kailangan po naka-indicate yung full titles of learning and development interventions po na ating attended during employment. So, indicate list from the most recent din po. Start from your most recent. And then, kailangan nakalagay yung inclusive dates of attendance and should be in numeric format. Dito din po, lagi po kaming nagbabalik ng PDS pag may nagpapacheck po sa amin kasi bali-baliktad po yung format po ng date po ng trainings or seminars po nila. And then, kailangan din po naka-indicate yung number of hours attended for program po. And then, kailangan din nakalagay po yung type of learning and development intervention like managerial, supervisory, technical, or foundation. So, mostly po nang isasubmit naman nila kung applicant or teachers po is technical or foundation po. Kung induction program, orientation program, or values development program po yung ating training or seminar na pinuntahan, under foundation type po iyon. So, may mga type din po ng learning and development intervention na magfo-fall under managerial and supervisory na naka-indicate po sa CSC MC number 13, series of 2011, while yung technical and learning development interventions naman po ay naka-define po doon sa item B, section 7 of the Omnibus Rules Implementing Book 5 of Executive Order number 292. So, kailangan po naka-indicate ang full name of institution or agency na nag-conduct or sponsored ng program. So, strictly po ulit, do not abbreviate po. Kung DepEd po ang nag-conduct, DepEd SDO San Carlos, kailangan po buo po yung nakalagay, Department of Education, Schools Division Office of San Carlos City. Or pag TESDA po, kailangan din po naka-indicate yung full name po ng TESDA po. And then, other information. So, dito po sa other information, may mga hindi po naglalagay ng kanilang special skills and hobbies. So, for sure naman, lahat po tayo merong special skills and hobbies, kaya kailangan palagyan po. And then, indicate full non-academic distinctions or recognitions awards received. Indicate membership in any professional association organization by writing in full said association organization. So kailangan po naka-write in full po lahat. And then next part po is yung may mga responses po kasi dito po. Yung iba kasi tinatype, clinic-click na lang nila ng no lahat dito. So meron part po kasi dito na pag nag-resign ka or na-separate ka, kailangan i-indicate mo kung anong cause nung separation niyo po. Dito po yung have you ever been separated? Kailangan naka-indicate po kung whether resign, ganun po. End of term or end of provisional appointment, ganun. Ganun po. And then, yes, ma'am. Kailangan po, basahin muna
hindi
nila yung questions po. Number 34 to 40.
Opo, kasi
Then,
yung iba kasi, ninuno nila, hindi naman nila na binabasa, kasi ginaya na lang daw nila dun sa kasama nila. No na lang daw lahat.
Yes
Ano?
po.
Sige
So,
po.
case-to-case basis naman po itong questions number 34 to 40.
Okay po.
And then, dito po sa references, kailangan din po maglagay po ng at least 3 references na ganito po ang kanilang format. First name, middle initial, surname, at saka po yung address tsaka telephone numbers. And dun po sa may last part po, sa may 4th page po ito ng PDS, meron po kailangan ay under po pala ng picture, kailangan po passport size po yung picture. Dati po nire-require ang name tag, pero ngayon okay lang po kahit wala na pong name tag. Basta passport size po at saka passport size and then white background po siya.
So, dyan sa picture, ma'am, kailangan naka-formal attire ba? Or kahit anong suot nilang damit, kailangan ba may collar or t-shirt lang?
Wala naman pong nakalagay po na specific na damit po na kailangan. Basta ang importante po is kita po yung buong face and then white background po.
Okay po. Sige.
Wag lang po
Sando?
sando.
Sige po.
And then dito po, kailangan din pong maglagay ng any government issued ID na merong ID number and then kung saan po at place ng issuance. And dito naman po sa may kailangan po yung PDS naka-subscribe and sworn po. So pwede po siyang ipa-notarize sa any notary public. And then kung any officer po authorized to administer oath, pwede din po sila. Like yung mga elected officials, pwede po.
So, clarification lang po kasi tinatanong din po ni Sir Dennis yan, may nagpapa-sign sa kanya dyan sa likod. Pwede pa po ba ang mga administrative officer na mag-sign dyan sa PDS?
So, meron pong nilabas ang ating central office regarding po clarificatory guidelines po sa pag-administer ng oath. Hindi na po sila authorized ang ating mga AO5. Kaya kung makikita nyo, lahat po ng sinasubmit sa amin na PDS is notarized po.
Okay, so sa attorney
Sa
na po
attorney na
talaga
po.
sila.
Yes po.
Okay po.
Notary public na po. So, kung ang isang personal naman po ay mag-a-apply or interested applicant po na mag-apply, meron pong attachment po required itong PDS, which is ito po yung naka-Microsoft Word po, yung work experience sheet. So, ang ilalagay lang po dito sa work experience sheet ay yung mga relevant dun po sa position na ina-applyan po ninyo. So, doon po sa mga promotion na pinaprocess namin na appointment, nire-require namin sila na mag-attach ng work experience sheet relevant doon sa position po. So, ang content po nito ay nakalagay po dito yung duration. Start din po from your most recent work experience. So, duration, position, name of office or unit, immediate supervisor, name of agency, organization, and location, list of accomplishments and contributions, if any, and then summary of actual duties. Then, meron pong pipirmahan si applicant po dito sa may baba, and then may date na naka-indicate din po. Then, reminder lang din po doon sa PDS, every page po pala, sa may below, may pinipirmahan po doon, and then date po ng pag-accomplish. So, yun po yung end po ng aming discussion regarding po sa guide ng pag-fill out ng PDS.
So, ayun po, sa pag-fill out na lang po ng PDS, before nyo po isubmit, make sure na pirmahan nyo po, mayroon po dong signature sa baba, tapos napanotaryo po natin sa attorney. Para less hassle, hindi na po kayo pabalik-balik. So, ayan, magsha-shoutout po muna tayo sa ating mga manunood bago tayo mag-end. Shoutout kay Ma'am Juliet Resngit. Sabi niya po, good noon to all. Ayan, kay Ma'am Beth D. Kay Ma'am Marilyn Tamundong, good afternoon po sa lahat watching from Balite Sur ES. At kay Ma'am Teresita Malikdam, good afternoon po sa lahat watching from Tandok National High School. Ayan, kay Ma'am Yolanda watching from Ano ES. Ma'am Trixie, hello po. Ayan, baka may mga gusto po kayong i-shoutout, Ma'am Emma, Ma'am Marge.
So, shoutout po sa personal section, Ma'am Vanks, Ma'am May, kay Ma'am Dia, kay Ma'am Ann, Sir Nerison, Ma'am Virgie, and sa aming AO5, Sir Dennis Donald. Hello po.
So ayan po, muli po, ako po si Jana Groisbeck at ito ang Balitang Hali, serbisyong maaasahan para sa pangkalahatan, mabilis, balanse at totoo. And we from SDO San Carlos are always happy to serve.
CCN Broadcast Center. CCN Broadcast Center, a virtual home of every STO SEC learner.